All right. Push into Facebook. And I'm going to keep the chat up for I'll be at anybody that has questions. I'll be fielding those for you. So you just go ahead, Larry, and do what you got to do. And holy cow, we're live. Look at this. Sweet.
I'll follow your lead as far as like questions and stuff.
Oh, hold on. Let me. Okay, cool. I think we're all muted on this part. I got the chat going. We'll see how live it gets. But ladies and gentlemen, DJ-Ology interviewing Larry D. We got Saad over here as well, and Larry D. Oh yeah. Okay, so we actually kind of lined this up so that everybody, when we're finished with this show, everybody can go watch Saad's show on the Music Video DJ's channel. If you want to go ahead and tell them a little bit about your show, Saad.
Usually I like to go all over the world. And one of the sweepers that I have, it says all over the world, one beat at a time. So really, from me mixing in Dubai or France, Paris, France, so I mix a little bit of everything, worldwide.
Worldwide. That's exciting. I like your show, man. You got a lot of personality. I know you're using Virtual DJ. I think Larry uses Virtual DJ as well. And I got to say, personally, I'm a little jealous that all of it's integrated with this Twitch system, where I think I have to do a lot more steps in order to get things to work. And from what I hear, Virtual DJ does a lot of things internally. Can you elaborate on that, guys, a little bit?
Saad, that might be you, Saad, because I actually use third-party software.
Inside of it, there's a visual tellies, I think that's what it's called. You can build everything you want, rotating, what do you call that, logos, whatever. So yes, internal. You drop down, it says Twitch, you put the key, and you go. That's it. There's
from within the software?
From within the software.
So you don't even use OBS, right?
I do, just because I started with OBS. So I do, just so I can give you that option. But V-Rock, I help him out, and he's done wonderful with his layouts. Everything that he does is within Virtual DJ.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Who is that again?
D-Rock or Dennis.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, he's checking in right now. He's in the chat, yeah.
He just joined us.
Television. There we go. But Larry, so how many days you figure out, how much time you got into this little thing you're going to show us right here? How long did it take you to figure this out?
Some of it was very frustrating, but some of it was very simple to learn. But the frustrating part was trying to convert files to smoother running files, while you're streaming versus, the big heavy MP4s. And that was my thing that I've been struggling with trying to figure out.
So you have a less compressed, more compressed, like codecs, like?
Yeah, it's a WebM file, which plays smoother for like websites, and it actually plays in OBS as well, a lot smoother than an MP4. A huge MP4 file. It's like a very small fraction of the size, but the same quality.
Got it. So if you wanted to share your screen and show us a little bit of something, like what will we have to do there? You have the little share screen at the bottom there?
Yeah. So I don't know. Let's start with you want to start with Photoshop?
You start where you got to show us.
Okay.
How don't you take us from the beginning of creation to the end?
All right. From beginning of creation, let me open Photoshop and share that screen.
Yeah, is it letting you share the screen? I know there's an option in here. Sometimes I have to let you be a moderator or something. Oh, more. Okay.
I think so.
Make host or allow record, put into writing. I guess is it letting you share the screen, or do I got to let you do something?
I think it has to be open first in order for me to share a specific. I don't think I can share my entire desktop. I think it has to be an app, right?
No, you can share the whole desktop.
Okay,
so
let's try it.
If I was to show you mine,
host disabled.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to make you a host. Okay, so I got you up with.
While you're figuring it out, I'm addressing all the viewers. The next DJ-Ology is going to be how to share screen.
Yeah, I figured, every time they come up with an update for the Zoom, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I have to figure out something else. Larry, I'm going to make you a host, or put in the waiting room, or maybe I could put it in share screen. Yeah, I guess I have to make you a host, and then if I have to share a screen, you have to go back and make me a host, unless there's some other button that I'm missing. But yeah, you're host now. Changing host.
Okay.
You can share your screen.
All right, let's do it. On today's episode,
That's effed up. And that's effed up. If you're joining us right now, thank you so much.
Oh,
He just
snap.
did it. Yes.
did you get it?
Larry is our official dead air guy. Or Saad's our official dead air guy.
I'm the,
I'm the play-by-play.
The play-by-play. Yeah.
all right, so you got my screen share?
Sure do.
Yes.
All right, so this is just a really high quality image of a record that I, snagged from a Google image search. And then I, modified it with King's logo just to pull it up in Photoshop. So I don't know if you guys know how to use Photoshop, but that we're not going to get into all those details. But this is the final product in Photoshop once I embedded.
Did you make this a PNG? Like, what was the file type when you
Yeah,
saved it?
the actual original file was a PNG. When you try and do your search via Google for a record, try and find a PNG. If not, you gotta take out the background and all that good stuff. But I'm actually share a Dropbox link at the end of this that has the actual record that I found. It's a pretty good high quality one. The reason why you want high quality is because I'm gonna put, let's see, view actual pixels. Where is that? So when you zoom in on this transition, you want the logo to be nice and clear, because the record is going to get so big, it's going to wipe out everything behind it so that you can change your scenes from one to the next hiddenly. That's a word.
Yeah, because it goes full screen, right? Like, it goes across the screen, it goes full screen, and then zooms back out. Yeah. And then you want your video to switch at that frame or whatever.
Exactly. All right, so
but you render it out as a PNG so that you can see the alpha of
exactly, yes,
the previous scenes, right?
Yep. Yeah, you want everything around the record to be, I call it see-through.
Yeah, so do I.
Transparent, I think is the right word.
GeForce picks on me all the time for using that.
Yeah, for the ignorant people like us, how do you spell see-through? Is that like a special term or?
Transparent, I believe, is the correct terminology. All right, hold on. I'm going to open up Vegas right now to show you how I did the editing and my settings in Vegas. All right, you guys should be seeing Vegas right now.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So this is the actual record here. Do you want me to start from scratch, like delete all this and start over?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I mean, not a lot of people, depending on where they're at, they'd probably like it to see it from the beginning.
All right, so I got nothing here. I'm going to import that image.
I'm being one of them, I mean, like, I want to see it from the beginning.
And by the way, for anybody that's watching, so Vegas used to be Sony Vegas, and Magic's just bought them out, so it's not Sony Vegas anymore.
Yes. Yep. Magic's. Yep.
So what? How long ago was this? They have like a new version coming out, or?
Yeah, they had plenty, and they improved a lot out of it. They did improve a lot.
Here's the funny thing. I didn't even save that in Photoshop. So let me reopen that and save it in Photoshop. I only have the blank record.
So guys, here's a quick lesson. Always hit save. It's a good thing we're going to start it from scratch anyway. So it's kind of.
And this is just the steps. It's not the final product. Step 1, step 2. That's what we're interested in.
And on top of that, it's real life. How many times have you like screwed up and not saved? Or how many times have you got all the way to the end of a project and was like, oh, damn, I have to go back to the very beginning of it to like fix something. And this is just like to be expected for anybody looking to get into this game and think everything's just going to run smoothly all the time. Like we go into something knowing it's not going to run smoothly. And like Larry,
Yes.
how many days did you take to figure this out? Like,
Yes. It can be very frustrating, that's for sure. I'm waiting for Photoshop to open right now, so yes.
And time consuming, really.
Yeah.
We we take on frustration head on. It's gonna suck. It might look cool at the end. Okay.
And at the very end, it literally takes 3 seconds on screen. That's it.
Oh, Sarah's saying hi to you.
Hello all.
Hello, Sarah.
Joshua, I label them clear in the file name when making multiple versions. Very good tip. Definitely.
And we're back.
I'm going to use that one. This is the one with the black background. This is the one with the clear background.
All right, so here we are. We're in Sony Vegas, and I have that PNG file of the record. I'm going to drag and drop it. Just drag and drop it right from Windows Explorer. It's a whole nother explanation for Mac compared to what I'm going to tell you guys today. All right, so
you know, Beloved uses Windows too. I was talking to him. He's actually going to be on one of these interviews too, and he had jumped over to Premiere real quick, and then he went right back to this. So it's a lot of guys use this.
Yes, even you did for years, didn't you? Oh no, you were using.
I was using Vegas, and then I jumped to Final Cut, and then I'm on Adobe Premiere just because I'm so used to how Photoshop and After Effects, and if I'm gonna spend $50 a month, I'm gonna use them all.
Yeah, in Adobe Premiere, you can actually render out as a WebM file in Adobe Premiere, so you don't need this third-party app that I found.
Oh, it doesn't render it out that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you can in Adobe Premiere. It has the option to render out.
Okay.
As a WebM.
So these files that you gave me, are they going to work on my Mac? No problems?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Here we're in Vegas. First off, I want to make this record spin. So I'm going to go right now to the event, pan and crop. And this is your timeline. Here the record is here the record in this area right here, this little diamond thing here. Let me see if I can make this.
And those are called keyframes.
Keyframes.
Keyframe markers. Yeah.
All right, so there the record is, as you can see, just like it was in Photoshop, flat, not spinning. At the end, I'm going to make another marker here at the very end, and I'm going to spin the record, which in order for it to spin forward, you actually have to rotate this backwards. And I want it to
360.
I'm going to rotate it twice because in the middle of the video, I want it to be centered again, the logo correct in the middle. All right, so we did that. Close that out. I'm using a mouse and I keep hitting delete on the keyboard.
So if you missed it, we'll do it again.
Let's see if it spins. So we're spinning. Change this here.
So you're just rendering out that motion? Okay.
Yeah, so you can see in the middle, the logo is the correct position you want it. And then, so what we're going to do now is we want the record to zoom in the middle where I'm at right now with my marker. So we're going to go right here, track motion, and we're going to zoom that record in so we can see the logo and hide the videos behind it.
That's another keyframe. That's a zoom in keyframe, right?
Yep. And you want, we're going to undo that. We want that to happen in the middle of the video. So
yeah, just so everybody's clear, the record will be regular size at the beginning of the timeline. It'll go big to cover up the whole screen in the middle of the timeline, and then it goes back to the regular size.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here we're in the middle of that video right now. We're going to make it zoom in, nice and good, and then we're going to copy and paste it, the beginning where it was the normal size, back to the end. That, make sure it's at the end. So now we have a record that's spinning and zooming in. But Now I also want it to roll in. So the way I did that was just with a video transition. I used the slide.
Are these stock transitions?
Yeah, these are standard, yep, in Vegas. So I put a slide in the beginning and the end. Make that slide go pretty close to where the logo zooms in and zooms out. You want it to stay all the way zoomed in for a couple seconds. Ooh. Okay, now when we play it, it should be rolling in.
You
Oh.
got to render.
Yeah, it's pretty much got to render because my computer is doing so much right now that you know, you can't. It's not going to play smooth inside the actual program. But here's low quality, so you can see it kind of zooms in and zooms back out. Hopefully that works.
Do you have one that's already rendered so we could take a look? Just because I don't know, unless you want to let that go.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about the rendering. So when you render, I'm also going to have these settings inside the Dropbox folder. I'm going to share at the end here. But when you render, you want to make sure your settings are the same in your project, as well as project is right here, properties. You want these settings to pretty much match what your rendering settings are as far as like your width and your height and everything. I didn't make this a huge file, a huge size. Like you can make this HD if you wanted, you know, 1080, 720, whatever you wanted. I made it a little bit smaller so it runs a little smoother. I wanted it as small a file as possible. So, well, because I got pretty intense layers going on in OBS. You know, you got 16 layers going in OBS playing at one time. It kind of absorbs all your computer resources, so it stops, you know, playing smoothly.
Is there any in particular reason we use 2997? We just like that.
Yeah, that frame rate seems to work pretty well.
Okay.
I mean, you can adjust that and play with it and make it your own. These are just the settings that I found work pretty well. Okay, so we're going to render this out. File, render as, and here I already set one up for stingers, and I'll put a screenshot of these settings also in the Dropbox. But it's a QuickTime 7 is how you get that what Scott and I call see-through transparent file. That's the transparent codec you want. So we're going to title this Scott's Record.
I don't care what he says. It's see-through.
Any questions on the boards right now?
I think Austin was picking on you about the transparency thing.
All right, so we're going to put that in how to create. Yep. Render. Usually it's pretty fast because it's not a very long video at all.
So explain to me why you had 3 different computers to make what you were saying happen. Like I don't.
You know, I have one that I DJ with,
Sure.
and then that one that's rendering it's all wrong anyway. So I'm going to use the one that rendered right. You know, I got one that I DJ with.
Did it render wrong?
Yeah, I put the wrong transition in the wrong place, but you get the gist of it. So
bring it back, Larry. What transition goes where?
Oh, so see how it's not sliding over correctly. Like if you move, see what I'm doing.
Well, what would you put there then?
We're supposed to do this one.
Now, Larry, do you know about the Shift B as in boy?
What does that one do?
So you select, like, let's say before and after, a little bit before and after that heavy duty transition in Vegas. This is all in Vegas. Hit so select and, you know, make a small marker, you know, like from beginning to end, and Shift B, it will render just that area, not the entire.
Oh yeah. I usually double click like this, and you know, just like that.
But
Okay.
instead of double click, you can just do exactly where you want. So usually, if I'm doing a special transition, like right before and right after, so I can see it go through. So Shift B is in boy.
Gotcha. Yeah, once you start learning all the shortcuts, things start to move a lot quicker.
Yes.
All right, so once I render that out, let's
So
see
it's
if
slide out left, right, and then you can do slide out the other way, right, left.
yeah.
Throw that bad boy on there real quick. Let's see what it does.
I didn't render it out.
That's right, Larry. I'm putting you on the spot.
All right, so we got to zoom in, zoom out. All right, cool. Okay, now we're gonna render it, and then pull it up in the. Like if you're using Premiere, like I said, you can render this right out as a WebM file right then and there, because it has the codec built in. But Vegas does not, and that was where I was running into a lot of trouble because I wanted that format, that WebM file.
Are you still moving around on the timeline screen, or are you on a different screen? I haven't seen anything move.
Oh, nothing's moving?
Not on the timeline screen. The Vegas timeline.
Oh no. Let me try and reshare.
It didn't freeze on you, did it?
I'm lost.
You got too many screens open.
I know, right? You guys see rendering happening?
Nope. Do you want to reshare your screen?
Trying to get to that.
Yeah, there you go. Just inquiring minds want to know. We got Spaze in the building. What up, dog?
See it rendering?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Hey, man, if you want to hit that exercise bike, man, Spaze is your guy. Anybody in the chat haven't seen one of his live video feeds? He's sitting there talking to you, or Whitney Houston's behind him. That stuff's lit. Uh-oh. We got Paul G in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Paul, you're more than welcome to hop in anytime you want. If you want a link, let me know.
The Larry and Paul show. It's the other half.
Paul is
you
saying,
complete me.
Paul is saying Vegas will render it as HAP codec if you installed it.
Okay. Because HAP codec seems to be the way
Happening?
of the video. Yeah, it's the way of
Okay,
the video.
so
HAP makes me
as
happy.
usual, Paul is more advanced than me. All right, so the way I did it, because everybody kept telling me, use WebM files and everything will run smoother. So that's what I tried to do.
Well, I was talking to Evan Clark, and he was telling me that HAP files probably not the best. And he said for OBS, he means. He was like, you probably want to use 444 ProRes for the Mac users, because the larger the file, the less on the processor. And I in my mind, I was thinking HAP files for OBS. He's like, nah, you want the big files. And I don't really second guess anything Evan Clark says. So
Definitely not.
I don't.
All right, so this is, you guys see this other program?
Xmedia Recode 3.5.0.1. That's a lot of points.
Yes, it is. This is the only program I could find that would actually let me convert those files to WebM files. So you just add it to the queue. I'm also going to put the settings for this inside the Dropbox folder.
So I'm going to send Paul a link. He might hop on and say a few words if you want.
Yeah, do that.
My Facebook is slow, man. Paul, if you're listening.
So that's encoding now into the WebM format. It took me a while to figure out the settings on that. I don't think I need it.
Okay, so you're using Xmedia to export WebMD files. Okay.
Yeah, I import the MOV file and export as WEBM files.
Okay, so now we're going to another computer?
Yeah, now we're going to open OBS, and I'll show you how to load the stingers there.
And while we're waiting, I'm making a cup of coffee because I'm going to be on.
Yeah, Saad, I think we need a promo of your show coming up here in 30
Music
minutes.
video DJs from 1 to 3 Central Time. subtract, do math, and that's where your time zone is.
Oh man, that's funny.
I love everyone close your eyes now and your explanation of the difference between a regular DJ and a video DJ.
It worked. I'm gonna close your eyes. This is what a normal DJ would be. But now open your eyes, you'll see video music DJ.
Oh, I can't remember the other guy that does YouTube channels too, Avionics, right? I got that. Yeah, we're going over how to do transition. At the moment, we're doing transitions from scenes, how to make. Well, Larry's doing web files, and I guess we could do other things as well. But we're learning how to switch from scene to scene with custom transitions. That's where we're at right now. This recording will be up, and it'll also make it to the YouTube channel as well. And yeah, right now we're covering how we transition from scene to scene, which Larry was kind enough to put a bunch of scenes of these together for me. And here we are. We're going to take the first part that we already exported out of the timeline and show you how it works in real life or in show.
Well, here's how you actually import and create a stinger transition in OBS. So here's your scene transitions right here. You're going to create a new one.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know this was the thing. Yeah, stinger. Okay.
Yep. Plus button, stinger. Title it whatever you want. Browse for wherever you just stored that file. Scotch record.
Yeah, that's actually not Pop Rocks' stage. It was, just a template
that I discovered.
That Larry discovered, even though some people like to say they made it.
All right, so once you load it, in this same section, you want to preview the transition. See how immediately it went to B? You want that to happen while the record is covering up your screen. That's why we had it roll in and then zoom in all the way and then zoom back out. So you want to play around with these seconds depending on how long you made the transition. Let's try 2,500 seconds. Then you hit preview. You want that B to come in while the record is there, just like that happened. All right, then you hit OK, and then you can switch between your scenes.
Do that one more time, just so for me.
Okay. So I've already created it, and you can go back into the properties of it by selecting it here and then clicking the little gear wheel properties. And here's where you can change your seconds, your transition.
And you want it where again?
What did I just said that? 200, 2,000,
2,000. Because I remember you giving me these transitions, and it was like you were an alien. I thought it was for virtual DJ, and I'm like, I don't even know what this guy's even talking about. And he's telling me 25,000 milliseconds. I'm like, what kind of drugs is this guy on right now? I'm like, and now that you're showing me that you could do these transitions in between scenes with what you made, I'm like, oh, there he is.
Yes. You got it, man. So now when you switch between your scenes.
Hold on, Spaze. Larry is selling all the stages that he makes, so that we're going to say that at the end of the thing. But anybody listening right now, anything that Larry makes, just hit him up. He's selling it, and he'll show you what he's doing. Serious. All right. Back to the show.
All right, so pretty much that's really all there is to it. Unless you want me to show how to import them in Streamlabs OBS, which is pretty much the same way.
You got it set up?
Yeah, we can open that. That's what I actually broadcast with. I don't use OBS anymore. Have you two tried Streamlabs?
I played around with it, and honestly, I want to get back to it because it does all the widget stuff. Like, I got somebody else working on it, and we're going to do another one of these little chats, and I told them to get over the emote heads. I want to know about the spin wheel. I want to know about how to collect all these chats from all these different streams, these restreams, all these different spots we go to. Like, it's a lot, and if you're not, like, pumped up and ready to go, then it's like, I don't know.
Streamlabs definitely does a lot more for I think what the video DJs are doing on Twitch and just standard OBS will do for you.
Spazi, I didn't discover it. Larry is the stage master. If you have any questions about finding these kind of things or how this works, like I bring on the guys that know how to do it, and then here we are.
I'll show some of the Larry and Paul craziness.
Oh, look at that. That's Saad's up. 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Got it. It's perfect. We got him here for comedy relief. I don't even know if your camera goes to you unless you're saying something there, Saad.
Well, they can see me, but you know, when I talk, it brings me up. So yes,
I've got
Saad's
it on gallery view, but I don't know how that works when you're sharing to Facebook. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Saad's giving a tour of his house as he walks around.
Saad, are you playing today?
I'm glad you asked. So yes, in about 30 minutes, your time, top of the hour, I'm gonna go on for 2 hours.
We
Great.
got Paul G in the mix now. These are actually these are scenes from Paul and I's show. Some of them are pretty insane, so I'll show off a couple of these.
So go back. You have 3 computers you're playing with, right?
I was originally on 3 computers, and all morning I've been trying to condense everything down to 1 computer so I could explain it all in one. You know, I got one I do all my editing on. I got one I DJ with, and then I got one that I, you know, stream with a capture card. So not all the software wasn't on 1 computer to explain it all.
When you stream normally, do you use 1 or 2 computers or what?
2 computers, a capture card, one with a capture card.
I didn't steal your stage. I discovered it.
Did Pop Rocks just chime in?
No, I just was a joke came in my head and I had to say it. I mean, like I had to let that one out.
It was discovered.
Yeah, ever see that where I'm going to steal your meme but laugh at it first, and then somebody posted on my meme. They're like, "I didn't steal your meme. I discovered it." But it was Christopher Columbus stealing like to America or whatever. I didn't steal your.
All right, so here's where you load transitions in Streamlabs. Right here, this little gear. You guys see this?
All right, I'm in Streamlabs. Okay, cool.
You're in Streamlabs. You guys see my Streamlabs, right?
Yeah.
So here's a bunch of them already imported. What you do is just hit this little add transition. You want Stinger. Pick where you saved it. One we just created. Scott's record.
Oh, all these were in that same Dropbox, right? You sent me a link this morning and I just downloaded it.
Yes.
Oh, cool. Once again, Larry's selling this work, so hit him up. And he's got free gifts at the end of the chat. You can post a link.
Hell yeah.
What up, Urge?
So did we title that? No, I didn't title that.
See, Dennis. Okay, so here's something just to keep in mind when you guys are posting your scenes and everything. I like Larry's and Paul's setup because they have like a crowd jumping, like an auditorium. Like, you're on the screen and like it's like a whole crowd like raving and stuff. And you even have like another scene where you got like the green screen dancer and like Snoop Dogg and whatever else. Another scene where just people are dancing. So always keep it fun, energetic, project a full party, with your scenes. Just a little tidbit as I've been watching different guys.
So there's our movie theater with your Stinger transition that we just loaded. Some others. Obviously, we would be in the DJ booth with a green screen. Then we can the ones you were talking about where we have like a nightclub going.
Yeah, I like those. Those are dope.
So as you can see, like every layer in here everything you're looking at is a different layer. The DJ booth, the logos, the truss, everything is a different layer. The lights running, all different layers.
Oh, so it's not one file, huh?
Oh, I found that they look clearer and run smoother if you don't render it out in like Vegas and then pull it in as just one file.
Because I noticed that your lights change when they hit the video, versus behind the screen or in front of it. I'm like, oh, how'd they do that?
Right. The lights are all the way in front of everything.
I like that.
This was one I took from oh no, this one is another full-on creation. I mean, that's truss, everything, the line array speakers all separate, the crowd dancing.
So
this
where did you find this crowd? I mean, did you make it?
No, that was snagged off of one of those, stock royalty-free video. I forget which one. I'm a member of like 5 of
Okay,
them.
so it's a stock crowd.
Right. But that's a layer. Each one of the lights is a layer. All of this particular one was done in was rendered out in Vegas, and you can see it's just not as clear as if I created it with layers inside here. And it may be just how I rendered it out.
So how did you build the truss? Did you have like a 3D program?
I just found a truss PNG on a Google search, and the line arrays and all that. I just Google search and found each piece, and then put it all together in Photoshop and Sony Vegas.
Wow, that's crazy. I thought you were
Sony
using
anymore.
some sort of like, lighter designer software, like architect software.
This one I actually took from YouTube. This is a YouTube chroma key video that somebody else had created, and I thought it was cool as hell. And then just kind of, added where the videos and the logos go. This one is my favorite. This one has a lot of layers. That's why the program just said, whoa, hold on, man.
Oh, you didn't render this out as one?
Nope, that's all different layers.
Oh,
I think I need to render it out so that it runs a little smoother.
That's bananas. I honestly thought that was one file.
Okay, so we do have a question. Are you paying for that program, or do they have a free version of it?
The converting software?
Negative, the OBS, which is Streamlabs.
Free of charge. Not sure how they make money, but yeah, there's no charge for Streamlabs.
So perhaps maybe the upgraded one, the Pro, that's where you have to pay money, right?
Well, they have different plugins, and I think they try to get you with the plugins. They try to get you to buy some plugins and stuff like that. That's probably how they make their money. But yeah, this is one of my actual setups from a gig in the background. Crazy.
Hey, Paul, man, you've been kind of quiet. I'm sure you have a lot of knowledge to share, and you've been watching since the beginning. There's probably a few things we missed. Do you have any notes? I don't know. You can unmute yourself. Maybe I need to unmute you. Yeah, we can't hear you.
I have him muted?
No, Paul. I was asking Paul if he wanted to hop in, but I don't know.
Yeah, I can't. He's unmuted.
I don't think his sound is plugged in or something. For
Sign
me
language.
personally, I have to go into my Mac settings and change. Oh, I want sound card because I'm going live on my show. Oh, I need this because I don't have the speakers plugged in for that. So now I got to change that driver depending on if I'm just browsing the web with them. It's like, golly.
It is the advantage of using multiple computers. You don't have to keep switching that.
Yeah. Like 3 you got. There he is.
Is it though?
Turn it up a little, son. I'm old.
Working.
Larry, I didn't cut you off. We got more stuff to go over, right?
Hey, man, go right ahead.
Okay.
No, that was it. That's how you load them in both OBS as well as Streamlabs. That's how you create them. I'm going to.
Oh, we lost Paul.
Reboot.
Let me see.
I'll go ahead and share that Dropbox folder too.
Okay. So just to recap, bam. Go ahead and make me the host again. You know how to do that? You hit the.
Yep.
Cool.
I think. No, I don't know where that is.
So over to the right, there'll be the participants part. If you hit the chat button at the bottom.
Gotcha.
There.
There you go, Paul. And then you can.
I had my mixer plugged in.
If you take your mouse, put it over my name. There's a more button, and you can just
got it.
Make me host. There you go.
You are host.
Perfect. So whoever wants to share the screen, we can just share it to them. So Paul, what do you think? I mean, we covered a lot of information. Do you have any information you'd like to add into there?
Not what Larry said, man. He got that covered.
There was one part I was missing. I think you said something about the HAP codecs. Would that go in, like, if you have it like installed into your Vegas, it like you could just export it out of Vegas like that? Or?
I'll give you a transparency file, not a WebM one. And if Evan said don't use it, dude, why am I going to argue that? That's just.
Well, that was, yeah, it was like for, he didn't say WebM. He wanted me to use the largest file, which was ProRes 444. He's like, he's like, use the largest file you can. And I was like, okay. And he said it was easier for the processor. And he said something, you'll have to ask him, something about the playback was easier for something like VLC versus some other software. And I'm like, I don't know what the difference is, bro.
VLC tends to have a hard time with the high def transparency files. If you're trying to preview them, it goes very, very slowly. I don't know why.
Okay, got it. So Larry, one more time, just to recap for everybody. You got my screen, right? Let me close all this stuff out. Hey, I sold a wedding today. Hey, awesome, cool. Weddings are coming back. Let me go ahead and get my OBS. Bam. See how that works. Anybody else having a hard time with getting OBS to load? See, look, bouncy,
For me,
bouncy.
I'm still with the older version. I did not upgrade to the newer version.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's going to load. Look at that. Still bouncing. So, yeah. So, Larry, you handed me this stuff, which was all this craziness. And this was my old scene. So, if I want it, I'll just go ahead, make it like a new scene, right?
Actually, there's an import file there. And unfortunately, it's going to look for those files on your computer where they were saved on my computer. That's how it works. So, you have to put them in the same place. And this is going to be a trial and error. This is going to be a trial and error because you have a Mac versus Windows too. So I'm not sure.
You said there's a. I'll just go ahead. Just show ahead. I'll go ahead and make a scene right there. It was called this. What did you call it? Oh, like stage 1 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a bunch of files in here, so I'll just like don't know exactly what's going on, but I'll go. 01 stage. Okay, cool. So I'm here, and then what would I need to add? I need to add.
Try and import. Try and import first. Let's try that first. So go to
file import.
Yeah, file no, scenes. Scene collection. Go to scene collection.
There's profile import.
No, scene collection. Import.
Can OBS can automatically find? Okay, yes. And then what? You know how to use this? Like.
Yeah, find the file, add, or you got to find the file. So
desktop, and then
wherever
OBS,
you hit it.
Stage from Larry, Scott OBS. That's what you get.
Scott OBS. Double click on that.
Oh, there's
import file.
There's
import
Scott
file.
King's nightclub.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
And what do I do now? Just hit close.
Import.
Or import.
Oh, you got to put a little check mark next to it.
Scene.
You didn't put a little check mark next to it.
Thanks, Larry. Should I put a little check mark next to it?
You should put a little check mark next to it.
I got to put a check mark next to it. Oh, why aren't you showing up now? Did I do it wrong? Scene collection, import, add. We'll get there someday. Should I put a check mark next to it?
Yeah, put a little check mark next to it.
I wouldn't listen to him.
Okay, next go back to the top, scene collection.
Okay, scene collection.
And then click on Scott King's nightclub.
Well, that didn't work. Oh, or did it? Oh, look at that.
Now the problem is everything. It's all your sources are trying to be found on my computer.
Okay,
so my path. So double click on them.
Okay.
And now you need to tell it the path where that is now.
So that's King OBS.
You need to find that Giphy GIF.
Okay, so it's in here. There's no
Giphy
files
GIF
there.
right there. Giphy GIF.
Am I missing it?
Yeah, you scroll past it. Giphy GIF. Right. Scroll past it.
Oh.
There it is.
My goodness. Oh, but I only have to do it for one scene, and it should just do it all, right?
Correct. If it's in all the scenes, yes.
Oh, look at
Some
that.
scenes, yeah. Also, you're broadcasting in 1080. I have it set for 720.
So, question: if I hit the space bar down in 0, did you put the transition stuff you already put in there?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No. You have to load the transitions. You have to load those too.
All right. So, what are we looking for? Logos PNG.
Sorry to interrupt, but
Right there?
I am
Yep.
going to have to excuse myself because I'm going to go live. So
What time is it now?
10 till.
40.
All right. So we got 12 minutes, and then we're gonna kick everybody to go see you.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Keep up the good work. I
Hey,
miss
Larry, are you
guys.
doing a show today?
No show today. We are Saturday.
Only if you click the box.
What about Saad? You doing a show today?
Only box.
Click the box.
All right. See you later, guys.
Thank you, Saad. Saad, we'll all be
Bye-bye.
tuning in to you later. All right.
Bye.
Peace.
Yeah, you need to change your output to 1080. I think it's like 1800 right now.
Video output 6,000. Is that what you're talking about?
Click on video on the left there.
Yep.
Yeah, there. Yeah, you're at 1920. It needs to be at 1080.
Yeah, 1920 by 1080.
Change that to 1080 by whatever that is.
Well, there's
That's
1920.
right.
Oh, that
He's
one
right.
is right. It's the other one that's wrong.
No, that's right too. That's the scaled output. That's fine. It puts out
The output
720.
scaled 720. That works.
That's fine.
Okay.
And why aren't they? Those should be placed in the right position if it's right though. They're
Well,
they're
the
not.
aspect ratio between 1080 and 720 is the same, so it's not going to change that. That's just
Well,
changing his output.
So how do we get this preview window the correct size?
Where's he putting it? Where is it?
Well, I'm still working on getting the files ready. DVD King's booth. There we
Put it
go.
in alphabetical order.
Well, we're still working on it. I mean, that's still there. I mean, that's good.
They have the same issue where if you don't transition into it, you can't see what you're working with.
No logo booth. Okay, fair. No logo booth.
That's for your buddy who doesn't want the Scott King booth.
Okay, open. Well,
And that one it should be.
live cam I'll
don't
fix
see it.
later. Background.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's the one, the background. So this is
Background one. This is background one. So you want, back one. Yep.
See, what's wrong with that? Can I just select
Awesome.
them? All right, so music videos would be I'll have to put that in there.
Yeah, that's your.
And
Serato.
what's the green screen for? What's
That's because I'm chroma keying out this background, but some of the lights in the background are actually green. So it is a layer with green all except for where the video is.
okay, like that? I got it right?
Yeah. So now the green still works.
So what's the deal with why am I in a small corner?
Yeah, you got to change your display there to 1080 for some, I don't know.
Are you displaying at 1080 when we broadcast, Larry?
This
I
is
don't
my
think so.
screen. This is my screen.
Yeah, no. I know. I'm talking about when we're on.
I think so, yes. That's a good question. I don't know.
Someone said I just got to stretch it out, but if I stretch it out, the rest of it won't stay
No, you don't want to
proportionate.
do that. Yeah, you
No.
don't want to do that. You should be able to just change that resolution and it'll fit.
Preferences. Probably just a preview then. You want me to change the aspect ratio, base canvas?
Yeah, try that one. Yeah.
No.
No, change it smaller.
What I do? 1080? Don't want
Yeah.
1080? 720?
Well, 1280 by 720. Try that. That should do it.
There you go. Sweet.
So now you got to find all those things in all those scenes. Some of them are a repeat. Some of them aren't.
Okay, show me just how to do one of the stingers right here. So I hit the plus button stinger, right?
Yep, you got it.
And what is it? Stinger?
Dinger.
What did you go? Okay. 001. Okay. No, Stinger. And then hit OK. And then what did you say? 25,000?
I think, yeah, the record, I think is 25.
And then what are we doing? We're browsing.
I was
where,
ain't going to find that file.
Yeah. So is that in a different file, different folder or something?
Depends on when you grab this folder.
This morning, whenever you gave it to me.
Oh, probably too soon.
Ha! I remember you gave it to me separately, and I don't remember what that is. Want me to grab it again?
Yeah.
Larry. We'll see if we can do this real quick before Saad takes the floor. There we go.
So before you do that, I'll show you how to do the virtual thing with a screen share. It'll take all of 5 seconds.
Okay, cool. Stop. You want to share the screen? I'll make you host, or allow to record, rename, we'll put in the room, make host. Yeah, make host. There you go. You can share screen, change host.
Oh, minimize something there. Okay, share my screen. Okay, the virtual DJ thing to broadcast direct from it. Gotta minimize this window because it's late. Just go into settings, click on broadcast. Get this out of the way. Set this. It's got all these different ones. Switch. Automatic puts that in. You click here to go get your key, which will open up another window. Copy paste your stream key and start the broadcast. That's all you need to do for broadcasting in virtual.
Also, click on interface.
Be right back.
Go down to video skins. Get more.
Oh, yeah, I don't need those.
Get more. Click on.
I don't want more.
I know, but I want to show you the options. They have options now where you can see the broadcaster, GFX, Neon. So they have within Virtual DJ, you can do a live cam with these different.
This one.
Yeah.
That's on me. I got slow ass internet right now. But yeah, no, a bunch of different ones you can do.
Yeah, so try them all and see which one works best. I've never actually used them and tried that, but I noticed they were there the other day.
But so the other thing with the camera plug-in for virtual is kind of limited. It puts it up there, and a lot of times it's not that great quality. The telemedia has a great camera plug-in thing built into it. You can just stack layers in it. I'll go over that when I go over the telemedia, televisual stuff. But no, yeah, that's all you need to do to broadcast. Just click the broadcast thing, pick your service, and then put your key in.
Pretty simple. Pretty simple.
Scott King. I'm just trying to see if the Stingers. There they are. Let's go ahead and download those bad boys. Direct download.
And Scott, you're back to hosting.
Sweet. I know there's an easier way to do that. I haven't figured it out yet, but we will. All right, here we go. Should have just downloaded. Stingers. Stage from Larry. There we go. Okay. So much knowledge we're dropping today. All right, cool. So Stingers. WebMDs. They don't like. Okay, what is this one? This is music video DJ Zoom. Okay, cool. And what do I do? Just hit the space bar to go to the next scene?
Yep. Or you can just click on a different scene. Okay, go back to your little gear. Let's see what you got going on.
Rename properties.
Yep, properties.
Discard. Do you want to save? Keep unsaved. Discard. I guess I don't know. Oh, so what did I do wrong? We'll do the browse. Stinger. Open. Whoa.
Fast, man.
Uh,
You can do a little test there too. If you scroll down, you can do a test and make sure it works.
Okay.
Scroll down a little bit. There you go.
That's how that works.
That's how you check for your milliseconds. See if it's in the right place.
I didn't even realize that OBS did all this stuff. Like I didn't understand.
There's a
All
lot
right.
more to it that we will probably never use.
So all this stuff should be working, right? And I just put the transition in, so it'll do it every time I switch scenes.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. What if I go, or is it just scene 1 to scene 2? It doesn't.
No,
Okay.
it's all scenes. If you go to studio mode, all the way on the right under controls, studio mode,
Yes, sir.
you can pick your transition. So whichever one you click on will be your transition. So
your others. Did you do these?
no,
Okay,
I'm not sure why those are there.
but these aren't what yours are called.
No. Oh wait, yeah, they are. I don't know how you got that.
But we opened up the whole.
Oh, that must have been with the import of the scenes.
But it's not working, so I have
Yeah.
to go back and
So
reassign
you have to go
them.
back and delete them. Just click on them and then hit that minus sign below it.
But now it's not. Oh, now it's not doing it.
Okay, so what you do is you click on the scene you want next, and then you
screen-
hit the transition you want. You don't have to hit transition. The transition is going to be whatever you have loaded.
It works differently when you have the studio mode versus the one screen mode because it's
Correct.
an extra. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I prefer the one screen mode myself.
Me
Paul
too.
prefers studio mode because he likes to see the preview prior to go.
Oh, I do too, but most of the time I'm not working with like a partner like what you have, going on. So that if I was doing that, that's what I'd be doing.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to the chat. And that, did anybody have any other questions or anything? Let me go ahead and get that screen back up for the questions. I don't even know where that window went. Lost it. Oh, here we go. I'm going to go ahead. Larry and I will be handling OBS. Oh, that's Paul. So which one should I use for Sunday? Any of them? I don't know what that means. Click on studio mode, stretch it. I think we're good with the questions. So guys, happy streaming. Anybody else? Anything? Let me go ahead and stop the screen so everybody can see us. There you go.
Saad's about to go on. He just his logo just popped up.
All right, guys. Yeah, head over to Music Video DJs. Go support Saad. Larry, thank you so much for sharing all that information. You said you're going to drop a link somewhere. Is it just going to be on this thread later?
I already did that. Yep.
Cool. Well, thank you for everything. And Paul, thanks for coming in and explaining a few things as well. Once again, this is DJ-Ology. Go support your boy, Saad, Music Video DJs. Astro, let's go.
Put the link for Saad in there already, so they can just click it right from the comments.
Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. What is it? www.
Oh, Paul already did it.
Twitch.
I already did it. I put it in. Just click it.
All right. And we're setting up. Paul's so quick. You get that a lot? Mm-hmm.
Only last time I was down there and spoke to V.
Well, once again,
I'm sorry. I love you, V. I didn't mean to say that.
Oh, I'm in the headphones. I don't know what you're going to say.
I'm in.
All right, y'all.
Once again, I appreciate your time. Go support our other boy. He's playing right now. Peace out,
All
guys.
right.
Have fun, y'all.
Bye.